My name's Chris and I like listening to music. I'm going to listen to Blue Lake Weft, which is a lovely mellow listen and a great morning album. Just the way it worked out, but it was the start of my day every day last week. And it's an inspirational start to the day. Only a few steps above the dreaded Ambient, but enough to keep me interested, and I enjoyed it. I gave it an 8 and I think that's about right. Let's see what the last listen brings. Track 1, Weft. I guess it's folk more than anything else. Not easily pigeonholed though. There was an album last year, Yasmin Williams, which reminds me of. It's sort of effortless, but at the same time there's so much in it. The drums and the bass pretty much do the same thing for the whole track, but it's rhythmic and hypnotic. You know, the guitar is the star though, and everything else is sort of a support act. It's acoustic, lead, rhythm, slide all at once, and he is obviously a fantastic guitarist. I presume he's a guitarist. It fills the room with loveliness and it's hugely calming, like a big warm hug and a great start. 9 out of 10. Track 2, The Forest. On first listen, this nearly put me off the album. Was a bit close to that dreaded Ambient that I'm not such a huge fan of, but it's one of my favourite tracks now, although there is only 5 songs. I presume, never done it, but, you know, yoga. It would be a good album to do yoga to. It's hypnotic, repetitive, slow, all the things I don't usually like, but in this case I do. But hey, that's music. Who can say why I like this more than other? It's the bass that does it for me on this. Again, it's repetitive, but same notes over and over again, but I never want it to change. It's like a sunset or rain falling. You know, it really does connect with the soul. 9 out of 10. Track 3, Oceans. Had a quick look on Spotify bio. It's a him rather than a band, from Denmark, and makes his own instruments, which is quite cool. You can sort of tell they sound familiar, but a little bit different. I think there's a Cajun element to it. I presumed American. There's certainly an American edge to it. My presumption was down south, Alabama or somewhere like that. This is one of the 3 shorter tracks. Doesn't do an awful lot, but it does enough to keep me interested. 8 out of 10. Track 4, Tatara, the longest track at over 10 minutes, but the one I strangely noticed the least. Its cello's out and it sounds lovely and so unintrusive. I'm unlikely to play it much after this listen, I'll be honest, but if I do ever fancy mellow music, which is very rare, I might just well stick this on. It's strangely ballsy music to make. You know, it can only be made for the right reasons, and it's not to sell records, that's for sure. 8 out of 10. And the 5th and final track, it's a short track listing, Strata, just a homemade guitar for 3 minutes really, that's fine by me, it's beautiful, but a little nothing key without the bass. I'm ready for a bit of punk rock or drum and bass or rap now, if I'm honest, but so glad I discovered this, and it's a great listen. That track's 7 out of 10, but overall the album, yeah, 8 out of 10. And if you like your stuff mellow, give this a listen, it's beautiful.